हमारा भारत दुनिया के सबसे ज़्यादा आबादी वाले देशों में से है और आबादी के साथ आती हैं समस्याएं जैसे कि पोल्यूशन, क्लाइमेट चेंज। हमें ज़रूरत है सस्टेनेबल सॉल्यूशंस की। इसी को मद्देनज़र रख के हमारी सरकार का फोकस सस्टेनेबिलिटी पर बढ़ता जा रहा है। Joining us today to talk about the relevance of sustainability and why is it key for building an Atmanirbhar Bharat is Shri Prakash Javadekar, Honorable Union Minister of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Union Minister of Information and Broadcasting and Heavy Industries and Public Enterprises, Government of India.
I am very happy that Amazon Sambhav 2021, which is being organized for 4 days, will discuss unlocking infinite possibilities for India. And really India has infinite possibility because we are on the growth trajectory. I'll give some few examples. If you go to New York or anywhere in the world, their metros are old, their metros are full with graffitis, there are so many things, the infrastructure is old one. But India's 15 cities which are or would be having the metros where the work is on, all the metros are very good. The latest. We have leapfrogged. And therefore, we have the best public transport system. Even I am very happy to announce that we have, under the FAME 1 and 2 program, are giving subsidy to the tune of rupees 10,000 crore rupees in 65 cities to have 6,500 buses, electrical buses. And in 25 cities they are running. Other cities are in the process of advanced process of purchasing. So they are sustainable, modern, as well as the best possible zero pollution, zero emission vehicles. That is where the world is going. Let us understand for 2-3 minutes, let me explain that the people talk about climate change. But every weather change is not climate change. Yes, frequency has increased of various unnatural events, but that is not a conclusive proof of climate change. But yes, temperature is rising, and that definitely impacts all systems on the earth. But how this happened? It happened because of 150 years of carbon emissions done by the world. And there America, Europe, and many other countries are more responsible. And India has only 3% contribution in the historical emissions. So we are not responsible for the climate change that is taking place, but we are actually suffering because of climate change. And we have to suffer because of the sins done by many countries over 150 years. So from there, the principle of common but differentiated responsibilities principle has come. CBDR and respective capacities. Because every climate action has a cost. Who will bear it? The common man. So many countries have profited from uninhibited carbon emissions, and we remain poor for centuries together. Now we are on growth trajectory. But our Prime Minister is passionate, and he has launched Atmanirbhar Bharat, but with sustainable way. Therefore, we have launched the world's largest renewable energy program. We'll require more energy. That is the basic input of the growth. But as of today, our per capita consumption per year is 1200 kilowatt units of electricity. Many countries, America or Europe, has more than 12,000 kilowatts per year. It's a huge difference. We don't consume that much electricity. But our electricity consumption will grow up because there are aspirations for development. But we have started building up simultaneously sustainable way of life through renewable energy program. And I'm very happy to announce that today India has 38% of its energy installed capacity in form of non-fossil fuel based energy. We have grown in over the last 6 years 14-fold our solar production. Solar energy and renewable energy all put together, we have now 136 gigawatt. We are inching towards our goal of 175 gigawatts by 2022, but our Prime Minister doesn't stop there. He has announced 450 gigawatts by 2030. This is a huge target. World has accepted India's leadership in cleaning the atmosphere by not using carbon but using renewable energy. Therefore, in every way, we need to have sustainable lifestyle. This lifestyle issue was also put by Prime Minister in Paris Agreement, and that is why it is included in the preamble of the Paris Agreement. Our way, culture is sustainable. It is the only country which worships trees, which worships animals, which worships birds, which thinks nature and people together. This is the only country where 300 women and men have sacrificed their life to protect the trees. This is our cultural history, and therefore sustainability comes to us naturally. We are going ahead with this sustainable program, and as I said, we are leapfrogging to the latest technologies. I reviewed the private enterprises also in India, and they have also set their goals for sustainable future with more green on the campus elsewhere, at the same time more renewable energy, more energy efficiency, lower emissions, everything they have planned. So, though we are not part of the problem, we want to be part of the solution. even today's current emissions of the world, we are only 7% of the world emissions. But our whole programs for Atmanirbhar Bharat, for development growth, for everything are based on sustainability. Energy transition, industrial transition, building common resilient infrastructure, disaster resilient infrastructure. We have taken leads. The country which was naysayer has become the leader in not only climate talks, but also to show the world how this can be implemented. Lastly, I can say that India is the only G20 country which is following on Paris commitments. We have reduced our emission intensity by nearly 26%. We have increased our share to 38% of renewable energy in our energy capacity mix. We have increased forest by 15,000 square kilometers. Our biodiversity is rich. We have just 2.5% of the world's landmass. We have only 4% of fresh rainwater resources. But we have world's, and we have 16% world's population and 16% of cattle population. Both require land, water, and fodder. But we have the great, good biodiversity. We lead with 8%. So that is the India's contribution and India's sustainable way ahead. Thank you and all the best for this Sambhav.